This is BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. It's 2026, January 13th, and today's theme is simple. AI is leaving the chat and moving into chips, glasses, and your local power grid.
Love that for us. Nothing says future like your city council meeting getting derailed by a data center while your sunglasses are listening and your phone is like, I need a subscription to open a spreadsheet.
3 stories, tight and practical. Apple's reportedly prepping in-house AI server chips. Meta's looking to ramp Ray-Ban AI glasses output while cutting Reality Labs jobs. And Microsoft is trying to calm community fury about AI data centers with a community-first plan.
So today is chips, shades, and electrical bills. The holy trinity of modern anxiety.
Story 1. Multiple reports say Apple is gearing up to mass-produce its own AI server chips this year. The key point? Apple isn't just doing on-device AI. It wants the data center side to be Apple-designed too.
So Apple's basically saying, if the AI is going to hallucinate, it should hallucinate on our silicon. Brand consistency.
Simple version of the tech. Think of AI features like a restaurant. On-device AI is your kitchen at home. Fast, private, but limited. Server AI is a professional kitchen. Bigger models, heavier compute. Apple building server chips is like building its own restaurant equipment, so the menu can be consistent across locations.
And Apple's menu is going to be Siri finally does things without you begging 3 times, plus personalization that's either magical or mildly terrifying.
Why it matters for normal people, performance and privacy trade-offs. If Apple controls the server hardware, it can optimize latency, how fast the AI answers, and potentially reduce costs per request. But it also means more of Apple's AI experience depends on Apple's cloud, not just your phone.
Even if your phone is a spaceship, your AI might still be like, hold on, I'm waiting on the mothership. And the mothership might come with a monthly fee.
Actionable takeaway. When you evaluate new AI features, ask 2 questions. 1. Which tasks run on device versus in the cloud? 2. What data leaves the device, and is it tied to your Apple account identity? Those answers predict speed, reliability, and privacy more than the marketing does.
Also, if Apple starts shipping AI server chips, that's a signal the AI budget is no longer just an app problem, it's infrastructure, which means the features will get stickier, and leaving the ecosystem gets emotionally expensive.
Story 2. Bloomberg reports Meta and EssilorLuxottica are discussing potentially doubling production capacity for Ray-Ban AI smart glasses by the end of this year, after demand surged. Meta is also cutting over 1,000 jobs from Reality Labs as it redirects resources towards AI wearables and phone features.
Nothing says we're focused, like we're doubling the glasses and trimming the metaverse. The goggles are dead. Long live the glasses.
Simple tech version. AI glasses are basically a phone camera and microphone that live on your face, with a small assistant layer. The breakthrough isn't a hologram, it's hands-free capture plus quick AI. Identify, summarize, translate, and message without pulling out a phone.
So it's like AirPods, but for your eyeballs. And instead of, what song is this? It's, what did my boss just say? And the glasses whisper, something vague, be polite.
Why it matters? Wearables are becoming the next interface battleground. If Meta can scale supply, it can normalize always available AI in public spaces. That raises 2 practical issues: social friction, people not knowing when they're being recorded, and data governance, where those clips and transcripts go.
We're about to enter the era of, is that person listening to me? Or are their glasses listening to me? The new small talk is just, hey, are you recording?
Actionable takeaway. If you're considering AI wearables, look for 3 settings before you buy. 1. A clear recording indicator that's hard to disable. 2. Controls for auto-upload versus local storage. 3. Retention. How long data is kept and whether it's used to train models.
And if you don't see those settings, congrats. You're not buying glasses. You're buying a tiny content pipeline with hinges.
Story 3. Microsoft is responding to growing backlash around AI data centers, noise, land use, water concerns, and especially power. The Verge reports Microsoft announced a 5-point plan it calls Community-First AI Infrastructure. Bloomberg also reports Microsoft pledged its data centers won't boost consumer power costs, saying it will pay for required grid infrastructure costs.
Finally, a tech company discovered communities exist. Next up, we will not build a server farm directly on top of your favorite park. Bold.
Simple version of the tech. AI data centers are like industrial-scale gyms for GPUs. They draw huge, steady electricity, plus cooling. When a region suddenly adds that load, grid upgrades are needed. New substations, transmission, and contracts. Communities worry they'll pay more or deal with the downsides without benefits.
So the neighborhood is like, why is my bill up? And the data center is like, because I'm doing leg day for the internet.
Why it matters for normal people. This is where AI meets real-world constraints. If power and permitting slow down, AI services get more expensive or less reliable. And locally, it changes jobs, tax bases, and infrastructure planning. AI growth isn't abstract when it's a new substation down the road.
It's also a vibe shift. We used to argue about screen time. Now we're arguing about transformer capacity. Parenting in 2026. Honey, please stop training models in the living room.
Actionable takeaway. If you live in a region seeing data center proposals, watch for 3 signals. 1. Who pays for grid upgrades, ratepayers or the operator? 2. Water and cooling disclosures. 3. Community benefit agreements, local hiring, tax commitments, and transparency on noise and traffic.
And if the pitch is just, trust us, that's not a plan. That's a bedtime story. Communities want receipts, not vibes.
Quick recap. Apple's reportedly pushing into AI server chips, which means tighter control over cloud AI and potentially faster, more integrated features. Meta is scaling AI glasses, betting the next interface is on your face. Microsoft is trying to make AI infrastructure politically survivable by addressing cost and community impact.
And the meta lesson is, AI isn't one product. It's a supply chain. Chips to clouds to wearables to the grid, which means your tech choices are now also utility choices. Fun.
If this helped you make sense of the day, subscribe and share the episode. And if you're watching on YouTube, drop a comment. Which is the bigger 2026 shift? AI moving into wearables or AI forcing a rethink of power infrastructure?
Also, if you see me in public, assume my glasses are not recording, because I don't trust myself with that responsibility. See you tomorrow.